thing, and now there's also the narrative out there that people are saying that the 49ers are setting it up to trade Trey Lance. And initially, when my initial thoughts, and I was on Larry Krueger on Monday, and when we always talk, that was like the first thing of the week. And, both of us were coming fresh off of this, John Lynch interview and everything. And we both kind of got the vibe. Maybe Trey Lance is going to be getting traded. And Larry's that's his prediction. A lot of people are saying it's a narrative. It's his prediction. And I think he makes some good points about it. So there's still an opportunity for the 49ers to go and trade Trey Lance. But again, I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
Look at what they did with Jimmy. Look at how they kept Jimmy around the whole time. They were just like, no, look at Jed York. I'm willing to keep Jimmy for up to 2 years and pay his full contract, and I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's more about at least we have some stability at quarterback. And I know people can't, stability. Trey Lance, he's only had 4 starts of this and that. Well, it's better than Sam Darnold, who has no starts in the system. You know what I mean? It's better than any guy coming off the street, essentially. So I could see them also. If you trade him right now, he's got no capital. Somebody's like, I could see you barely getting a third for him right now.
See, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I don't either. I'm sure you could probably get a second. You know what I mean? Maybe a first, but I don't. Somebody would have to be like, nope, we're totally sold on him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it has to be like one of those teams that needs a quarterback, like one of those teams, Indianapolis or somebody like that, and they know they can't get in the top 5, or they see that
like
Trey
Houston.
Lance, or it could be like they see Trey Lance better than one of those guys on the board. Because again, if you think about it, he still hasn't really played in the league, so then he's basically like a first-round pick, quarterback. So you have to, in your mind, say, would he be better if he was coming out of college this year? Would he be better than Bryce Young? CJ Stroud, all those other guys. Like, that's what, as a GM, you have to think and put yourself in. And if he is, then there's a price to pay for a guy, probably a first-round pick. But again, that's hard to determine. You know what I mean? So it's a tough question. I don't think so because, again, of what happened last year, they want to put themselves in the best position with quarterback because they've been burned in the quarterback position. And it's not just last year. Kittle, today, if you watched Bustin' with the Boys today, I love that podcast. He made a comment. He goes, I'm happy for all of them. Trey has talent. He needs the reps. He goes, Sam Darnold's a talented guy. Obviously, we know Brock, he's the leader. He agreed with it all. But he said, listen.
Is Sam Darnold a talented guy?
Yeah, he said at the end of the day, I've had quarterback controversy for 4 straight years. Like, whoopee, And I get that. And it's like, if the fans are annoyed about it, can you imagine what these players are like? Dude, another year of quarterback draw. Just figure it out. Just give us a quarterback. Because George Kittle, since he's been on the 49ers in 2017, he's never had a season where the quarterback was the same guy throughout the year or played the whole season. Always had injuries. I think 2019 was the most stable year in terms of quarterback, But other than that, man, you went through Brian Hoyer and Jimmy Garoppolo, CJ Beathard, Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick Mullins and CJ Beathard and Jimmy Garoppolo, and then Jimmy and Trey, and then it's exhausting.